ads help people to see you. You can run ads. But what I would say, before you run the ads, you have to make sure that that content is already a performing content, it's already a good content, right? It's already valuable, it's already something that that many people will be interested in. So that when you run the ads and they see it, you probably run those ads and get more people to see it, to engage with it, to learn from it, to share it. Okay. Also, um, probably come to your platform, all right, and check out whatever videos or whatever content you've created, and maybe even buy your digital products and stuff, right? Because what I've seen most times, the content people usually run ads for are content that are not performing. So they have fantastic content, they have great content, and they have bleh content. So that bleh content is so poor, and they do not like the values they are seeing. So what do they now do? They now promote it so that it looks nice, so that the numbers will now come up and it will look as if it's a good yeah. But I do not advise that. All right, so I always advise promoting your best content, because it's best for a reason. So many people are watching it and engaging with it and sharing it because they actually like it, because there's something valuable in it. Okay, so that's the one you should not promote. The other one is not doing so well because there is something missing in it. All right, there's something missing in it. It lacks something, and that is why many people could not connect with it and they are staying away. Then you now take that same content and shove it in their face. They're like, guy, I stayed away. I stayed away for a reason. Don't bring it to my face. Right? So it would probably just cost you a bit more, because when you promote things that are not so well, it will just basically cost you a bit more. But why costing you a bit more? They might be unhappy with the content that they are seeing. Okay, yeah, so it's always better to promote your best content, and yeah, so you can do that. Then I also think you should have volume too. So at least you would have had a lot of content on your page, so that when the ads is bringing in the traffic, they have things they can come and watch or look at or see or save or study or share to someone. Okay, I think that's important too. And then what else? What was the second question you asked? Yeah, so you create content with your digital product. That's just how it is. Give me an example of a product. 10 what? 10 foods that Nigerians eat. That's totally criminal. Fine. So you release that product and fine. Alright. So you probably start talking about it. Okay. Start talking about it and maybe talk about one of the habits or one of the things. So when you talk about the habit, so this habit does this habit does that, this habit can do this habit can blah 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 blah. When you have done that, right, you probably don't share everything. Okay, you can now tell them maybe they should comment something to get the full thing or the full book and all of that. Yeah, so you can use your digital product as opportunities to generate leads. You can also use them to sell directly. So you can generate leads, generate everything, and sell directly, whichever one you want to do. Yep. Okay. me check. No, no one. Okay. So that's it. But generally, digital products have a plan. It's normal marketing plan. Okay, so you just draw a plan to sell them, or you want to use them for lead generation. You draw a plan to use them for your lead generation. Okay, and once you start collecting your leads, you have other opportunities to share. So those leads, you can be sending your videos directly to them. You can be sending them emails. You can be sending them to your YouTube. So you can use them for other things. All right. So let's say you want to go live, for example, you can send an email to them. Join me at social time. I'll be live. Blah 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 blah. These are just the things. It's just ways around it. So, but yeah, it's possible. And you also have to make sure that whatever it is that you are selling is valuable. It's not something they can just go on Google to just see. If it is so easy to get, it's not valuable. So I always tell people, don't ask me questions you can Google. Ask me questions that you cannot Google. If you come to ask me a question that is easy that you can just Google to find, you are wasting both my time and your time. Okay, so it's good that people get value from you, but the value has to be value that you cannot just easily find online. If you can easily find it, then it's not value they should pay for, and it's not value they will pay for. They'll just be like, I ain't paying. It's everywhere. Yeah. So value that they can easily get. For example, what we are doing now, not everybody can easily, just find it. This is things that I'm telling you are things that we've noticed. So from experience, from my background in healthcare, from my work with many healthcare folks, all right. So those are the things that we are getting, okay, and it is in the Nigerian space. So yeah, we're not telling you what is happening in New York or what Mayo Clinic is doing. Okay, we're telling you what happens here in Nigeria, in Lagos, all right, that we can reproduce in Nigeria. So it is localized, all right. So it's not something you can just Google and just say blah, blah, blah. If you Google it and you find it, I'm the one that probably said it, or I'm the one that probably created it. It's probably my content that's there. Yeah. So things like that. Yeah, same. The way you said like don't. But it's okay. It's the I understand your Which one is Which one is like is wow is wow. So is the humming wow, or is the wowing humming? Which? All right. Wow. So more questions. I'm all yours. As long as it's healthcare social media strategy, we can talk. Oh, okay. Generally, it could be social media generally, maybe business, or maybe not necessarily healthcare. If you want to talk about that, but I can talk. So ask all the questions you need to ask. Yeah. Yeah. So you said Apricot doctor is what? So that's the thing. You notice that what I'm listening? Sabi. Yeah. So the thing about them is there's only one chief here. Rena is the chief, right? So he focused on this area because he's a chief, he's a consultant. That is the major reason why he focused on the area. Let me tell you a secret. If he wasn't a doctor, he would have been a chef or a cook or something. All right? Because he also likes to cook, likes to do all those cooking things. So so he likes it too. So if he wasn't a doctor, that's the other thing he would have done, right? But since he is, he just focused on this. What I'm doing, I'm working here, I'm seeing these patients, I'm just basically telling their stories. That's all he's just basically doing. He's just basically telling the stories, of the women in the clinics, right? What happens to the children, the kind of things that they do, and they're like, you guys still do this kind of things, that's a story he's telling. Okay, now Nonso too came from a background where something happened, I think when he was in school, and he started, pushing all of that from that time, and till now, that's what he's doing. Okay, I don't really know Damien very well. That's Sabi. I don't really know him so much, so I can't say talk so much about his story. And I hardly see him when we go out. I keep wondering whether he's in this Lagos, but I don't really see him so well, right? So I can't say I don't really know much about his story, but these two guys I know them, all right? So I can talk about them, all right? So you also have a story, okay? You also have a story, and when you told me, that, and while you are focusing on hypertension and all of that, that struck me. I was like, okay, this is a good area, really, all right? And what pushes it, one of the things that makes a dream run, is the background, is the story, why, where you are coming from. That can be what will push you. Okay, and that's one of the things that made me say, yeah, so you can hold on to it and then run with it, because it's really pushing you. You want to really, it's like you want to fight back the only way you can, and it's a good thing to do. So it's something to really look forward to. Okay, so you can have that as your core, your center, your background, your middle piece, right? The others can be, just around it, but that will be your core. That driving thing can be your core. Okay, but there's generally nothing wrong discussing in discussing it generally. Let me put it that way. Okay, it just means that you probably be sounding a lot like Aproko Doctor, because that is exactly what he's doing. Okay, he just speaks it generally. There's this cardiologist, Doctor, forgotten her name, Doctor something. She's a cardiologist too, but she focuses on just cardiology. She doesn't really, okay, except she does now, but her account I used to follow it like 2 years ago, and that was what she was focused on, all right? Cardiology and all of that, right? And yeah, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. But it seems you do not really have an area right now, and you are just starting up. I think you should just keep yourself a bit open and see where you generally lean to. That's what I was asking. Where do you lean more to? And with that story, I felt that okay, you could lean more towards that other area, right? But once in a while, you can also talk about those other little sides. Okay, yeah. But Yeah, but as you keep going, you might just get to a point you'll be like, okay, I want to do this. Okay, I'm noticing that I'm more comfortable in this area. This one easily comes to me. I can just do this easily. So maybe I'll focus on this area, right? So those are the things. Okay, you just need to allow yourself breathe for now. Just breathe and see. All right, see where it comes. All right, but the areas where your passion is strong can be areas to start from. They can be areas to start from, but just let it go, let it go, and see how it goes. Okay, and if possible, self, while even talking about it, you can still you know put it all together, right? You can talk about hypertension and then still relate it to mother and child, and putting to bed, and high blood pressure in pregnancy, and you can share just you know put them, how they enter with each other, and just so you generally still fit into the areas you've picked, okay, while doing your major area. Okay, so just feel free to just continue, and let's just see where it leads. Let's see where it leads, let's see how it goes. And that's why I say push out volume. All right, push out volume. By the time you're pushing out one, pushing out two, three, four, you just on your own begin to notice that, okay, this is a bit difficult for me. Let me follow here. I like this area more. I'm more comfortable here. I won't struggle. Let me not go to an area where I will struggle. I won't struggle here. All right. So, right, but that has to be something that you pick while working. You sound like somebody. Oh, okay. I've seen your videos. If you have been struggling to sleep, you lay down in bed and able to sleep. Sorry, where where did I just heard cock crowing? Was it in the video, or 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 in this? Was it in this? Is it in this WhatsApp, or it was in the video that the cock was crowing? It was in the video. Okay, because I was surprised when I heard cock crowing. I was like, did Bukola go to the village? Where did you see cock at this time? Well, it's fine. Okay. You can try something, though. You can try. You know how you watch those videos and your name comes and it says you are doctor this, then he writes your this thing under. So for example, now what's your first name? Bukola. What's your surname? Ogun something. Ogunbayo. Okay. So it could just be like Dr. Bukola Ogunbayo underneath medical doctor. Can you try that? You can just write that in your video. You know how you watch news now. When you watch all those news, all those things that used to come up, all those titles, names and titles. That's what I mean. You can try that. It will be good. Yeah, I think it can work. Alright, it can work. Something like that. Yeah, that works. Dr. Bukola Ngubayo. Under, you just have Dr. Bukola Ngubayo, then there will be a line. Then under that line, we now have medical doctor. You get what I mean? So try that and let's see. Just add it as as part of your editing. Then another thing you can try is you should what if you shoot changing your, like, okay, this one now, right? Black jacket. This other one, where is it? Yellow jacket. How many jackets do you have? 7 jackets. Okay, so the 7 jackets, you can actually do like 7 different content so that it looks like it's not the same day. Do you understand? Except you want to post maybe this red one week, then next week you post the red one, then the other week you post the red one, so that it looks like it's different. So if you are going to do that, yes, fine. Because if you just do it like this, everything just looks like a shot that you just did in one day. So we do shots in one day, but the trick is we change the clothes. So you change the clothes, you change the hair, maybe the glasses. We shall just change things. Okay, sometimes we even change the background, right? So that it looks like we went to shoot in another place, we did another thing. So you have just aligned your clothes. So if you are doing 5 videos or 6 videos, all your 5 videos or 6 videos should be with different clothes. It helps, right? Because over time people will get tired, like, they just look, it's still the same red jacket, they turn again, still the same red jacket, still the same red jacket, for goodness sake, she not get another jacket. I think they say she'll be doctor, she not dey doctors earn money now, right? What's going on? Why she wearing the same jacket? So yeah, you'll be surprised at the kind of discussions people have in their head when they're supposed to be listening to you. Have you not seen those things? All right, they started thinking about another thing, you know I'm wondering another thing. Meanwhile, you are saying, I'm trying to educate you on something. They've gone away. So try to vary all those things and see. So different types of clothes, maybe can even mix. I think, I don't know, you want to wear, maybe gown, all right? You want to do a different hairstyle like the one you are carrying on. This is weaving. I like it. What is this? Sorry, what type of hair is this? Twisting. Fine. So you want to do twist, okay? So changing the hair, changing your eyewear, changing the clothes, changing the background, just little things that when they see it, the video looks different. So if you are posting a video on, let's say you're going to be doing 2 videos, for example, the video at 12 and the video at 3 shouldn't be the same thing. It gives more context, gives beauty, okay, and it makes it more interesting. It doesn't look dull, like, okay, red everything, that kind of thing, right? So you want to give those kind of things, right? So yeah, the only difference would be maybe when you are doing a live video. You what you wear is what you are wearing, so you can just be doing the live. You don't have to now say, okay, hold on, coming, you're not going to change. No need for all those ones. It's a live video. But if it's a video that is short and stuff, change. It helps. All right, it helps with the watching and it helps with the engagement. Okay. And which one am I watching? The one you were talking of, a bottle of Coke. Okay, that would be interesting. Please. Okay. You made some errors in some words I use. Oh, okay. Bukola, you want to kill me? It was at that point. Yes, so it was at that point. Yeah, I think you are a good storyteller and you are fun to talk to. So yeah, I think you should just continue, your normal self. Don't be under pressure to um don't be under pressure to, copy anything or do anything. Everybody's doing what works for them. So don't be under pressure to copy them. All right, just do Bukola. Bukola is funny. All right, Bukola has fainted how many times today? Okay, just money that she heard that she was fainting. So yeah, so so that is a good personality thing, right? And it's possible to actually pull in your audience with all those kind of things, right? I like the coke one. I like that coke video, right? Yeah, and it's really crazy, and that's what happens. Like in your head, in your head, you were diluting it in your head, but in the end, you still took the same. So what did you do? Yeah, so I like those kind of videos, right? I think they are really good. They are funny. They just make you like think about what you just did. Just check 'em, you know. So that's good. So yeah, so if more like that, right? More like that. I think that's a good way to go. A good way to go. Which other one? You send another one. Okay. Okay, the child that drank Chelsea. Oh, okay. Let me see. To kill themselves. This became. I want to drink small stuff. Do you know that video? Speaking, I want to drink small stout. It would be good to play that with that video. That would be so good. That would be so good. That would be so good. This speaking, waiting you I want to drink small stout. This speaking, you know the suck breast? No. What do you want to? I want to drink small stout. It will be really, really good. Like it will be nice. In fact, let's say I do it does, you might need to promote it if it does really well. Alright. But another thing is, um, you can always still share again, even if it doesn't do well. Because sometimes a video might not do well at particular times, and when you just share it another time, it just blows up. Alright. So you might just need a different set of people to see it and stuff. And there's something called trial reels. Do you use trial reels? All right. So what that does is it takes your reel, your Instagram reel, right, and shows it to people who haven't seen your content, who do not follow you at all. Your normal reels is shown to people who follow you and people who do not follow you. Now, trial reels is only shown to people who do not follow you and possibly have never seen your content before. It's just shown to them to see how your video will perform. Yes, in that space. So sometimes some people use it to test new content. Like, okay, I do not know how my content will perform. I haven't tried this before, but let us see if the content will do well, right? So some people try it and they just use it, and you now find out that okay, this trial it worked well or it didn't. Doing it, if it does well with that audience, you can still share with your regular audience. If it doesn't do well, you can decide to just leave it. But it's a great tool. It's a great tool to use. So you can also explore that and check, like, okay, I'm doing a new content. I do not know how it's going to be. Let's test that new content, and you use Instagram trial reels to test the new content. So it's something you can also explore. Right? Yeah. So it's good. I think your content is fine, and I think I think we can work. I think you will be fun to work with. You are not boring at all. I thought you were very boring. Yeah, you were sounding like a boring person. Yeah, but you are a very interesting person. I've been talking to you now since past 12, and I haven't felt like going to sleep, and this is already 2 o'clock. And so the danger of this is if I continue, I probably will be here till 6 because I'll just be having a good time. So yeah, so I'm having a good time and it's nice and it's yeah. So I'm sure your audience will also have a good time too. Yeah. Yeah. So imagine if you were on a live and you are talking to your audience in school. Some people are just boring. Like anytime I remember that consultant, that guy is that guy. Every time I remember him, I feel so sad. You bring it, you put it, like, for goodness sake, project yourself, project your voice to even. He's so low. I almost felt like saying stand up, yeah, stand up and start talking, stand up, don't sit down again, because his voice was so low. You understand? I almost said maybe stand up, maybe because standing helps. When you stand, your voice now comes up and you're able to deliver. The guy was just, I was tired of listening to. Honestly, I was tired. Like, he was not fun to work with, but he had money, sha. But it was sha not just fun to work with. Yeah. Okay. So no wahala. If you have no other questions for me, I think I can let you go. If you have, I'm here. You're okay now, right? So what's the first thing you would do? Hmm? Right. Do you want to look at just women related accounts? Because there are also some other ones like was all these mom and wives and all those type of accounts. Yeah, I think so that can also help you because um women tend to accept women faster than if a guy is talking. They just say, "What do you know?" But if it's a lady, they cannot. The argument will be a bit difficult because it's a lady that is it's a bit softer, you know. So you can also try use woman power, and enter those communities too. You know, generally, um, depending on the type of content that you have, right? Males and females usually aggregate towards different platforms based on gender. The average ladies account is ladies that that are following her, right? Ladies, exactly. So it's just usually like that. So the average ladies account, you have more ladies. The average guys account, you have more guys. So there is that demarcation, male and female thing, right? But for some, depending on what type of content they push out, you might have more ladies. You might have it reverse. Noisy Nigeria Pediatrician has way more women because of the type of content. All right. So those are the things. But on the average, women where they gather and all that, you can pull and galvanize from there and see how that works. All right. Thank you, Bukola, for a lovely night. I cannot remember when last I laughed in the midnight like this. I'm sure my neighbors will be wondering, what did they do that one? Just laughing. And it's 2 o'clock. So before they will come and knock on my door to say what is wrong, let me go and sleep. Okay? You are welcome. Alright. So start working on the stuff and let's talk tomorrow, okay? Baraka de Salah.